Welcome back to Advocation X, episode number 90. Now, not to be confused, my venture episodes I haven't included in my count because that was a completely separate adventure. I've created its own playlist. As you'll find, there are many different playlists of things that you can participate in watching. So don't be shy. Go in and check out the playlist. Enjoy. There's lots of different topics. If you're maybe a little sensitive to a topic like we may have today, there are other topics to pursue. So today it is time for a newsworthy Trump broadcast, sponsored by Baden Optical in beautiful Ontario, Canada. Now, please hit that like button and subscribe before we dive right in here, just to allow you to join us all the way along on our venture. So, the topics to tackle here and now. My previous and current election predictions. Election cheating. The remedy for that cheating. The aftermath. Let's dive in right now. So, my election predictions, even way back in 2016, I never believed that there was going to be another election with the Trump in it. I had thought that he would have been smart enough to exit stage left in the midst of his presidency and perhaps move to a different country where he might have been saved from deportation and extrication and prosecutions. He was not thinking very clearly, and he has stayed all the way to this point. So my election predictions have had to change since he is part of the race. So I predict unequivocally a landslide against him serving a second term. A landslide against him serving a second term. I'm not talking about 3 million votes. I'm talking about, say, 6 or 7 million vote spread. He will have no recourse but to accept the outcome of the election. People are so energized on both sides. There are energized people on both sides. Believe me. Yes, it's don't let me take anything away from the Trump voters. They are energized. It's just there are way less of them now. Because there are so many of them that have realized that, hey, wait a second. He's been fleecing the American population all the way along. And we thought he was real. We thought he was a businessman. We didn't know that he cheated on every part of his life and went bankrupt over and over again and lost lawsuit after lawsuit and had to pay out massive settlement after settlement. Isn't he the guy who said he never settles? He never loses? Those are the people who have realized they're tired of winning the Trump way. Now, not to take anything away from the Trump, because even I said that he had a chance to gain extra support behind his causes if he would just stop being cruel to people, and if he would take down the cabal that is actually working against the people's interest for the sake of power. Now, had he done that, and done that publicly so people could see that he wasn't being an ignoramus, that he was not being a masochist, if he was actually showing some compassion and understanding for the harm he has done to so many people, and if he had attacked that one situation, we'd be farther ahead. So, my predictions are landslide. Now, there's a caveat. As you know, he has been actively pursuing every avenue to cheat this election possible. He has gone through every lawsuit he has been able to muster against states that would do things normally like they've done for 1,000,000 years. With no evidence anywhere of this mass voter fraud ever occurring in the United States, he's still pursuing that theme and going into the courts to try to fight it with that theme. Well, the courts are smashing him down. His own courts that he has appointed those judges. Please, Trump supporters, I know you're going to go crazy and you're going to say all kinds of things and you're going to be yelling at the screen. You're going to be doing all this stuff. They're his own people. They are his own people. Because why? They're intelligent enough to understand he's loading up the BS truck and dumping it in your mouths. And you guys are spewing the same excrement that's been coming out of his trucks. So come on, guys, get with it. Look at your own leaders. These are the judges, Supreme Court judges, district court judges that he's been appointing. He appointed 1/3. Don't tell me that with all of that clout and power, everyone else has it wrong and you have it right. Okay, maybe you do. Maybe you do. Let's move on. So the cheating is going to be rampant, as we heard about these fake drop boxes where they're just taking people's votes and throwing them out because they don't want Democrats or anybody who doesn't like the Drumpf to vote. They're encouraging people to come out to the polls with strapped guns on and everything else to intimidate other voters from going to the polls. But as we're seeing, there's no intimidation happening. But I have a remedy for some of this cheating. Proactive countersuits filed in every state and every district. What's his name? Rebar? Yeah, that guy, Bill Barr, yeah. Have him try to defend in every state and every county. Do that. That's one thing. That'll stop their shenanigans. Second thing, you know all you ex-military guys, all you people who have trained, all you people who march through the streets at night that own and pack guns and good hardware, get out there to the polls. Protect your people. Make sure they are getting in and out unharmed. Escort them to their cars, even to their homes if you have to. Make sure there is no violence at the polling stations. There are enough of you. And if you remember the history of the fighting force of America, many people know the incredible power of those fighting forces. They had taken installations in places where no one else could go, and they came back in good numbers. They never got recognition then. It's time for them to step up and get recognition now. And that means not only them, because we know they're much older now, but the people who they've helped train, their children, their neighbors, all of you, get out there. I've always said this before, you have the opportunity, you should all own guns. All of you. I don't care if you're against guns or you're for guns. You should all own your guns, because when poop hits the fan, you better be prepared. The aftermath. After all the votes are counted and everything's in, and I know they're going to delay it as long as they can, so that's going to allow people to calm down as much as possible. I don't think we're going to need to delay it because I think it's going to be very evident on the night of. But the aftermath is going to be bloody and nasty, as far as I can tell. So here's my suggestion to you all. Be prepared. Don't walk around with your blinders on and then later on go, oh my gosh, we never expected. Expect it. You have some Looney Tunes out there who are going to follow their own agenda. Don't get caught in the mix. I wish you all the best. I pray for everybody's lives and souls. But unfortunately, I believe it's going to be nasty. And it's not only going to be for your country. It's going to be for countries that are connected. There are supporters and haters in every country. Let's see what happens. But I pray you guys are all prepared. So, once again, I'll say try some of our other playlists. get in there, click on other videos. You're going to enjoy a lot of different content. And if some content's too sensitive for you, then move on to something else. I've covered many, many different topics, and I will continue to do so. So, the content will continue to run because of you. Because of you, we are able to do this, and we will continue to do this as long as you're supporting us. So help further our cause, hit the like button, subscribe, become a member if you can. And I know it's a difficult time to ask you to become a member, but if you can, let's do it so you miss nothing going forward. Disclaimer, this channel is based on factual opinion. It's factually based opinion. It is not fact. It is my facts based on the opinions that I've developed over the facts that I've run into from all the other scholars and minds that I've listened to over the time. And that's right and left wing and middle wing and tail and beak, whatever you'd like. It's all the same bird, okay? Leave your respectful comments and suggestions in the comment section, and I will try to get back to everyone, especially our members and then our subscribers, etc. So, special thanks go out to the crew for everything we do to try to bring these episodes to you. Shout out to our sponsor, Baden Optical, in beautiful Ontario, Canada. Once again, good folks, I must say, we never give up. We never give in. But we keep our open mind because we know knowledge is our power, and we are never willing to give up our power. So go. Do your research. Regain your power. Until next time, thank you for spending time with us here on this channel. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and above all, stay as happy as humanly possible. Till next time.